Hey, this is Johnny Mac with Max Travels, another Move Me motivation series, and this is my last episode at my house. And I wanted to do it in my backyard, just because I think that's probably my favorite part about this house. It's where my dogs have been able to roam freely and bark at the neighboring dogs next to us and drive us crazy. And right behind me, the fire pit that me and Vicky built, and I've had multiple gatherings around that fire, and just be able to go in your backyard and be with friends and laugh and talk about life. And I wanted to talk about, I guess, transition today, since that's what we're going through. Transition and staying the course kind of simultaneously. We're moving out we're downsizing to an apartment, and we're doing that so that we can fund our dream at a faster rate than we currently are. As I've said many times, before Vicky and I met each other, both of us have had a kind of a mini dream at first of buying a house on Pickwick Street, which is really close to where I grew up. I went to Roundtree Elementary, grew up on the corner of Grand and Fremont, and Pickwick was like my backyard. I rode my bikes there all the time. It's a real sense of community there. It's just a completely different environment. If any of you have lived in that area or visited that area, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and it's just a beautiful place. And we realized that although we love this house, there's just decisions and sacrifices we have to make to be able to get to the place where we want to be, which is Pickwick. And so by making a transition, downsizing, getting rid of stuff, saving some money on bills, we can save up money faster to get to where we want to be. And it really wasn't until the last couple of weeks, I think I felt it for the first time on vacation in California, just realizing that transition is hard. And for me, it's been a little more emotional, I guess, the last week. I mean, this is the house that Vicky and I essentially got married in. Not literally, but coming back from our honeymoon, we kind of cheesily did it. I literally picked her up and carried her across the threshold of the front door. And it's a really funny story because it was storming really bad when we got into town. And so we rushed to the front door, and I carried her across the threshold, and the back door was wide open, and it was like raining in the house. We have no idea how it happened, but I was shocked so much that I basically dropped her. Not like fully all the way where she hurt herself. She landed on her feet, but it was just this really funny memory. And this house is full of that. The first 2.5 years of our marriage are in this home, are in this backyard, and we can never get that back. It's permanent. And I think it's cool that I've started doing this video series because in a sense I can, forever have records of some of the visuals and memories of this home. But to kind of overcome, I guess, the sad feelings of leaving a place that's meant so much to us as a married couple, as a young married couple, I've had to, this week, I guess, start thinking more intensely on the why we're doing it. And that is, like I said, to fund our dream, to get to a better place. And I almost try to think about this transition now, how I will think about it in 10 to 20 years, as a necessary thing that we did as a couple to make our dreams happen. So I definitely want to encourage you. Transitions can be so many different things. It can be a job transition, it can be a house transition, emotional transition with relationships. I don't know. There's so many different ones out there, and they're often hard to get through mentally and emotionally. But there's always another side that you can choose to look at. to feed off of and give you strength instead of wallowing in the sadness and the pity of it all. And that's, I guess, kind of leading into my next part of just staying the course, because it comes down to choices, how you control your thoughts and your mindset. And I can choose to wallow in this self-pity of being sad that we're leaving this house, this beautiful home that's meant a lot to us, but that's honestly just going to keep me down. It was actually tough doing this video today. I was about to break my 1 week regular Wednesday video, just because we are moving. We got back from vacation. There was a really tragic loss at work over the weekend that's kind of left everybody at a somber mood. A young, beautiful lady with 3 kids in an ATV accident passed away over the weekend, and all those things can come together and just make you think about life and your purpose and what you're doing. And so I almost didn't do my video today, but I know what I want, and I know that I want to keep doing something that I enjoy and that I love. And so I figured I'll just talk about the realness of, you know, tragedy and loss and transition, and just encourage you that there's always another side and way to look at it that can give you strength to move forward into greater levels of yourself. Or you can choose to only feed off of the negative and not grow and just be stuck there for a while. So, and I'm not saying that your feelings aren't valid, that hardships aren't difficult and hard to go through, that there's a lot of confusing questions about why things happen, though those are all real. And but get through it. Allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to feel those emotions, and I've come to find that the quicker you do, the quicker you address it, the quicker you really get that outlet of getting those emotions out, the faster you're going to be able to bounce back from it and be able to get on the other side and start getting back to just life and your role and your purpose in it. So I'm starting to just ramble a little bit now. Again, it's somewhat somber today. Drinking my coffee on my picnic table outside, and just want to leave you with one just last bit of encouragement, that you have what it takes. Sometimes you may just need to make some sacrifices and some decisions to get to the place where you want to be, and quit caring about what other people think, for goodness sakes. Are you really going to waste your life away and not take chances and risks because you're afraid of what someone else might think of your crazy decision to downsize to an apartment? What would people think? Don't waste your life away worried about what other people think. Do you, and do it well. Find out what you love and attack it. Thanks again for watching. If you got anything out of this, leave a comment, like, subscribe. I really appreciate your time, and you guys taking any time out of your day just to hear me ramble and talk about nonsense is awesome, and I really do appreciate it. So I hope you have a blessed week. I hope the next transition, the next struggle, the next decision to sacrifice goes well for you and continues to feed your beautiful life. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next time.